Hello. You have accidentally stumbled into The View from the Crow's Nest. I'm Robert Crowe, and whenever I get around to it, I investigate some interesting topics and people. Today is a people. Our program is entitled Of Dorothy Parker. Dorothy Parker said of herself, "Every morning I brush my teeth and sharpen my tongue." Do you know the name Dorothy Parker? Perhaps not. Some years ago, the name Dorothy Parker would strike fear in the hearts of those who might wander into her sights. Too many years have passed, and so has she. Dorothy passed away in 1967. Dorothy Parker was a writer of poems, movies, short stories. She was a literary critic of plays, books, and any other literature that became her target. She was born Dorothy Rothschild in 1893 in New Jersey. She was intelligent, highly educated, and equipped with a wit and a desire to use it. Our program today is a collection of some of her comments. Dorothy Parker said this: "If you have any young friends who aspire to become writers, the second greatest favor you can do for them is to present them with copies of the Elements of Style. The first greatest thing, of course, is to shoot them now while they're happy." She said, "I'd like to have money, and I'd like to be a good writer. Those two can come together, and I hope they will. But if that's too adorable, I'd rather have the money." She said, "I hate writing. I love having written." And she wrote this poem. "By the time you swear you're his, shivering and sighing, and he vows his passion is infinite, undying, lady, make a note of this: one of you is lying." She said about children, she said, "The best way to keep children at home is to make the home environment pleasant and let the air out of the tires." And she said, "I don't care what is written about me so long as it isn't true. And I've never been a millionaire, but I know I'd be darling at it." Dorothy Parker once wrote this review of a novel. She said, "This is not a novel to be tossed aside lightly. It should be thrown with great force." And the cure for boredom is curiosity. There is no cure for curiosity. And she wrote this about the acting of Katharine Hepburn. She said, "Katharine Hepburn runs the gamut of emotions from A to B." In another book review, she wrote, "This book wasn't just plain terrible. This was fancy terrible. This was terrible with raisins in it." Dorothy Parker said, "Brevity is the soul of lingerie." Reviewing the Channing Pollock play named The House Beautiful, she wrote, "The House Beautiful is, for me, the play lousy." President Calvin Coolidge was called Silent Cal because he was a man of few words. In 1933, Dorothy Parker was told that Coolidge had died. "How do they know?" she asked. Author-politician Claire Booth Luce and Parker were at a social gathering and about to enter another room. "Age before beauty," said Luce, pointing to the door. "And pearls before swine," replied Parker as she floated through the doorway. A lifelong heavy drinker, Dorothy Parker died alone and in poverty at the age of 73 in New York City. She wrote her own epitaph. On her tombstone it says, "Excuse my dust." Well, that's our program for today. check back often and see if we try this again on another random topic. I'm Robert Crowe with The View from the Crow's Nest.